Hey my beautiful people, back again with another video. My name is Tony, if you didn't know that, and I want to share my whole college experience, and I want to ask you just one question. So, what do you want to do with your life? What is your passion in your life? What is your major in college? If you're in college, what is your major? What are you doing? Okay, think about that. Now this video could be for people that are thinking about going to college, people that are actually already applied to college, people that are freshmen, people that are already in college, people that are already deep in there and just want some advice, want some guidance. So I completely graduated from my community college. It took me 3 years. Yes, I'm not gonna lie, it's supposed to be 2 years, but it took me 3. Okay, I'm not salty, I'm not mad, I don't regret it, because this is what I had to do. You know, I messed up in the beginning. I was still in that high school mindset of just like BSing around. I didn't study for the test that I needed to get into like the good classes, so I got remedial classes, and that's the whole story of that. I'm not gonna get too deep into that. The main thing I want to say with this video is the majors and what major you want to do with your life. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? You have to ask yourself this, and you don't think about the end. Don't think about, oh yeah, I'm gonna be rich, or oh yeah, I'm gonna have like all this, I'm gonna have all that from doing this major. Don't think about that. Think about the steps behind that. Think about the steps getting to that actual end point. Is these the steps that you want to take in your life? Is that something you want to do? So I'm gonna share my story with you right now. Audio production, that was my major. I was really big into doing music. I was really big into recording, you know, just recording, mixing, mastering, doing like making beats, hip-hop beats. I was really into that, even reggae beats. I have a SoundCloud. I don't want to share it with you guys because it sucks, but the thing is, I was into it at the time. So this was like in between my high school and college summer, and when I got to college I was like, wow, they have something for audio production. That's a major I could do. And I was like, this sounds amazing. I really want to do this. And I was thinking about the end and how, you know, I could get big. I could be a big TV star. I could be, you know, I could have all these nice things. I could be known for making all these TV sound effects and making music and being in the music industry, being in the TV industry, because I was focused on really doing music, but I wanted to expand that and wanted to do television sound effects and sound effects for movies and stuff like that. So I was really into it. I'm not gonna lie. I was loving it. But towards my whole college, when I started growing up in college, you know, I was in a very depressive and anxiety-ridden mood. I would say mindset, but I wasn't really in the greatest of mindsets. I wasn't so actively focused in college. I started messing up my grades. I started just really not caring about life anymore because I was just really in my head. I started hating college. I started not liking life and everything. So this was a big moment in my time that helped me reflect, you know, going through therapy, going through trying to get myself better and on the right path. So during this time with audio production, it wasn't something that I really wanted to do anymore, because I just started reflecting. I just started realizing, like, this is not something that really burns in my heart anymore. I took already 2 courses. I took the audio production 1 and I took audio production 2, and I was like, I don't really want to do this with my life. This is not something that I want to really continue on with. So I started talking with my counselors, because I wanted a change in my life. I didn't want to be in a major, and I didn't want to be in a job that made me miserable at the end of the day. So I think it's worth changing your major, even if you're, you know, probably too deep in. I was already a 1.5 years in before I changed my major, and I was like, yo, I don't want to be in this anymore. This is not something I want to do with my life, and I didn't want to live a life that was not fulfilling. So I talked to my counselor. He told me, like, you need to stick with communications, because audio production is like a thing of communications. I had no idea what the hell communications was as a major. Nobody really talked to me about it. Nobody really told me anything. I didn't even know that it was a part of communications. So he was like, okay, if you change your major completely, you will be here forever. And I was like, this is not something I want to do. This is community college. I don't want to be in community college for 5 years. This makes no sense. So I stick with communications. I wasn't really so happy about it. I didn't really want to be in communications because I was like, what is this gonna do with me? Well, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. It was just a very bad path that I was leading down. But life really changes. Life really does change. Life really does show you a lot of different things. So the reason I say this is because I literally just found out what I want to do with my life like a couple months ago, in August, around September time. And that is crazy. Okay, so I found out what I wanted to do, through YouTube, through my whole therapy, my whole depression, anxiety, and everything. I found out that I wanted to help people, that I wanted to actually make a difference on this world, make a difference in people's lives, try to help people as much as possible. And then I started getting into, radio. I started really pushing myself to get out of that anxiety, social anxiety stuff. And I really started pushing myself to talk to people, to try to connect to people, to actually follow that crazy, just random dream of me just like, okay, I want to do this now. I want to actually focus on, helping people get out of that state that I was in. So this really did push me into a whole different field. And I was looking at like psychology because I do want to know more about the brain. And if I want to help people, I think knowing more about how our bodies work and brain work would actually help me in the long run. But then, I graduated. I started realizing that this is not something that is possible. I mean, it's possible, yeah. I could switch to psychology anytime I want, but then I would be in college for a long time. I would be in there for a really long time. But the thing is, I guess it would be worth it because I will be doing something I love, and I will be doing something that I could learn, but I don't necessarily need to change my major. So the reason why I say that is because communication actually has radio, actually has TV, actually has stuff like that. And I do want to be like a radio show host. I want to be a radio show host. I want to be a TV show host and actually, push my message out there. I want to push my message as much as possible. So me realizing that, I'm like, okay, how can I make this work in my favor? Communications can actually work in my favor. So I was going to change because I'm actually going back to school and to a 4-year university in September. But I was actually going to change my major completely. Then I realized, okay, communications, I could use this towards my benefit to actually get my foot in the door in radio stations, get my foot in the door in TV shows, television stations. I could get my foot in the door and actually make a name for myself. Okay? I could do that. Then maybe even go to like a trade school or something. Go to a school where I could learn some more about like life coaching and like motivational speaking. I don't know. Take some psychology courses even on the side, because I can still take psychology courses while I'm in a 4-year. It's just that I took it. I'll know it, so I could use it in my benefit. So there's one thing one of my teachers said. One of my professors, he said, a diploma is nothing if you don't do anything with it. Now, even seeing that, it felt like it was the end of the world because I was like, oh man, like I was kind of stressing out. I was like, I don't want to be in college for so long. I don't want to be here forever. So I was thinking like, okay, I'm gonna make this work. I'm gonna make this happen. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it. And now I'm doing it. Okay? So think about where you're going. Think about what you're trying to do and really make a plan. Make a plan. How is this going to work out for you? If you can't change your major completely, how is that going to work out for you? If you could change your major, what would you change it to? Why do you want to change it to that? What you're going to do to actually get to that higher step? You can always think about the end goal, but just don't think about only the end goal. Don't think about only the end goal. You have to think about the steps in between, because then you really know what you want to do with your life and how you want to succeed and what you want to succeed in. So that's my little major story. Talk and communicate, connections. School is the biggest place to connect with people. There's so many people around you. Your school probably has around 8,000 people or 3,000 people or 1,000 people. And regardless of the number, there's a lot of people at your school. Use that to your advantage as well. Connect with people, collab with people, connect with your professors, ask what your professors are doing, see how they've gotten to where they've gotten, see what they could do, see who they have known, and see who they know, see who is very into what they're doing. Get involved in your school. Do not be that person that goes to school just to get their degree and dip. You have to really get your degree and use it. Use that. Use it. Talk. That's the main goal of school. I think that's the main thing that you should really focus on. Yes, you have to focus on your grades. Yes, you have to focus on getting your diploma, but really focus on connecting. That's your main thing. That's the way you're gonna get somewhere in this world, because it's not about what you know, it is about who you know, and that is actually a fact. So infinite love, infinite peace. Hopefully this video wasn't too damn long for you, but I greatly appreciate if you watch the whole thing, and I greatly appreciate if you leave some feedback. I greatly appreciate if you subscribe too. Definitely gonna be making a lot of videos about life and my journeys and how I can help you through that path, and I can help you get to where you want to be. And because we're all learning together, you know, that's what it's all about. So have a great day, stay blessed, love what you do what you love.